Okay, and then go over to YouTube. New stream.
Just go back a step with the background.
All right, hold on. Connecting stream. All right. So and good afternoon, Storm fans. We are here live from Dickman Field for the final home game of our 2025 season. My name is James Passo. I'll be your play-by-play guy for today's contest between the Hünstetten STORM and the Bonn Capitals. This is game one of a two-game, two-city series. Game one here in Hünstetten is the last home game for us here of the 2025 season. Defensively for the Storm as they take the field at shortstop, and leading us off will be number 18, shortstop, Petey Kiefer. Batting second and playing second base, number 31, Phil Meyer. Covering first base, batting third, number 66, Noah Lawrence. Batting cleanup, center fielder, number 11, Ian Hardman. He'll be followed by our left fielder, number 53, Rogelio Maldonado. Covering third base, number 17, Yusmi Fernandez. Batting seventh, our catcher, number 22, Douglas Yoakum. In right field, his brother, number 26, Oliver Yoakum. Batting eighth and batting ninth, and starting pitcher for this afternoon's contest will be number 42, Patrick Mitchell. As Patrick Mitchell is taking his warm-up tosses now. For the Capitals, batting leadoff will be number 30, Eric Brink. He'll be followed by number 37, Danny Langhurst. Batting third, number 16, Terrell Joyce. Batting cleanup, number 19, Christian Byers. Batting fifth, number 8, Daniel Sanchez, excuse me. He'll be followed by number 25, Marcus Solbach. Batting eighth is number 33, Joseph Rosenthal. Followed by number 56, Eric Kuntz. And number 3, Louis Martin. The starting pitcher for this afternoon will be Marcus Solbach. He'll be pitcher DH, and in actuality, he's just batting for himself. So, as warm-up tosses are being thrown, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all those who are tuning in live here on YouTube. It is actually a very nice day for baseball. I see blue skies, better than last time that we were here from Dickman Field, where we had gray skies and rain. So, as we are waiting for warm-up tosses to be finished, I want to say thank you for joining us, and I will be right back. And we're back. Apologies for that. Right now we're having some technical difficulties making sure the camera is working. It is a pop out for Eric Brink. Brings up number 37, the center fielder Danny Langhurst. The right-hander is in the batter's box waiting for his first pitch from Patrick Mitchell. First pitch doesn't catch a zone. Ball 1. Just a reminder, if anyone would like to chat publicly, you are allowed to. Just keep it clean, keep it respectful. Next pitch swung on, and it is a single to right field for Langhurst. That'll bring up number 16, Terrell Joyce. So that's a one-out single for Langhurst. That does bring up the number 3 hitter, Terrell Joyce. First pitch is not in the zone. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch swung and ruled fair down the line, all the way down the left field line. Runner from first will cross the plate for the first run of the contest. It is third base umpire ruled that ball fair as it skipped over third base. One out double brings the runner from first home. It'll bring up number 18, Christian Byers. First pitch Byers, low and outside, ball 1. On deck is Daniel Sanchez. Next pitch swung on and driven to left field. Ball is bobbled by Rogelio. Brings the runner in from second. Makes it a 2-0 ball game here in the top of the first. It is a one-out RBI single for Joyce. Brings up Christian Byers. Right-hander Daniel Sanchez stepping into the batter's box. And the first pitch from Mitchell. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. The 0-1 does not catch the zone. It is 1-1 to Sanchez. Quick look over at Byers at first. Throw over, but he was only about a half step off of the bag. But throw over does keep him honest. One, high and inside, ball 2. On deck is Marcus Solbach. Runner going. Swung on and driven deep to left field. Playable. Maldonado catches it for the out. Runner's just able to get back in time from a double play. Maldonado makes out number 2, but they're not able to double off the runner, which will bring up number 25, Marcus Salbach. Salbach's hitting for himself today. Right-hander Zolbach in the box. First pitch he sees. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Quite a nice looking crowd here forming here at Dickman Field. Counts 1-1 now with the ball on the inside. It is a beautiful afternoon for baseball here. The 1-1 pitch gets away from the catcher, and Myers is able to walk over to first. It's now a 2-1 count. Mitchell comes set in his 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit to the second baseman, Phil Myers, who throws over for out number 3. That's the end of the top of the first. Capitals bring 2 across the plate to lead us off. Going into the bottom of the first, Bonn Capitals 2, Storm nothing. Going into the bottom of the first inning, as Capitals have their warm-up tosses, it'll bring Petey Kiefer batting leadoff for Storm. He'll be followed by Phil Meyer, and batting third, Noah Lawrence. First pitch, Kiefer in there on the inside, called strike 1. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. The 0-2 swung on and hit, but caught by the right fielder for out number 1. Brings up the bat our second baseman for this afternoon, number 31, Phil Meyer. First pitch to Meyer. Oh, late called strike. Must have caught the bottom of the zone. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Meyer swinging at a ball that was Eric Kunze with the catching duty this afternoon. First pitch from Mitchell, catches zone, called strike 1. Oh, 1 low in the zone, but doesn't catch it, so it's a 1-1 count. One to Kunze, swung on, chopped down third base line, strike 2. One and 2 count on the Capitals catcher. Swung on, stopped by Phil Meyer, throws over for out number 2. Nice play to his glove side by Phil Meyer. Throws over Noah Lawrence to complete the out. Brings up number 3, Louis Martin. Right-hander Martin's digging into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch high and inside, ball 1. One-oh, swung on and hit high, playable for Noah Lawrence, But Wynn pulls it into foul territory and out of play. But it is a foul ball, so the count is now 1-1. Mitchell's 1-1, swung on, same place. Fouled, out of play. Strike two. Mitchell with a long look in. Now it comes set, has the sign he's looking for. Now the 1-2. Swung on, fouled, out of play into the wheat field, which will be harvested here after the weekend series, from what I've been told. One-two pitch. Now skied high, playable. Ian Hartman calls everyone off, makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3, top of the second. Going into the bottom of the second, Storm down 2-0. Marcus Solbach taking his warm-up tosses here to start the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Ian Hardman, Rogelio Maldonado, and Yuspi Fernandez from the Storm. And a good morning. I see we have some chatters finally. Juli and Sheila, good morning. Coming up the bat now, number 11, our center fielder, Ian Hardman. Hardman making the catch for out number 3 to end the top of the first inning is the first batter that Solbach will face here in the bottom. First pitch to Hardman. Catches top of the zone, called strike one. Quickly, the 0-1 tapped foul at home plate. Counts now 0-2. On deck is our left fielder, Rogelio Maldonado. The 0-2 skipped up. Looks like it caught the catcher's hand instead of the glove. He looks like he's all right. Catchers are a tough breed of player. Hardman's back in the box. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Brings up Rogelio Maldonado. Now Maldonado is stepping into the batter's box. On deck is our third baseman, Yuspi Fernandez. Now the first pitch to Maldonado Low for ball one. Tried going low in the zone, but it went too low. There is someone with an air horn I can hear. Hopefully it's not too loud over the microphone. Next pitch from Maldonado does catch zone for called strike, so it is a 1-1 count now on our left fielder. Swing and a miss makes it a 1-2 count. One, two, swing and a miss for strike three. It is quickly 2 up, 2 down. Brings up our third baseman, Yusmi Fernandez. Left-hand third baseman making his way to the lefty batter's box. One of just a few left-handers here in the game today. First pitch you see, swung on and hit for a single to left field. And the 2-out single brings up our catcher, number 22, Douglas Yoakum. Yoakum now has bat that he needs. Stepping into the right-handed batter's box with teammate at first. Fernandez with a basic lead off of first. First pitch to Yoakum, swung on and hit, foul, out of play into the wheat field. Let's see if any kids go running after it. Yep, kid with the air horns running after it. So lock comes set. High, ball one. 1-1 count now on our catcher. Still Hernandez dancing off of first now. Doesn't draw the throw. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count. On deck is his brother, our right fielder, number 26, Oliver Yoakum. The 1-2 pitch misses high, so it is now a 2-2 count to number 22. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a high ball, ends the inning. That ends second inning. Going into the top of the third, Storm still down by 2. Going into the top of the third, Patrick Mitchell getting his warm-up tosses. Storm down by 2. It will be the top of the order for the Capitals. Brink, Langhurst, and Joyce. 1, 2, 3. As the manager for the Capitals is slowly making his way to the third base batter's box, and Patrick Mitchell getting his warm-up tosses in. As I said earlier, it's great to see the crowd here. It's actually a pretty sizable number of people in attendance here at Dickman Field for the last home game of our inaugural DBL season. It is a shortened season as the international play, or I should say the EU baseball play will be starting here shortly. And so many of the players on all the DBL teams do play on their national team. So that means that we have to shorten our DBL season. So, leading off here in the third is Eric Brink. First pitch he sees is low for ball 1. Again, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who is tuning in live on YouTube. If you'd like to say hi, we do allow for chatting. Next pitch outside, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch swung on and hit. Playable for Yoakum in right field for out number 1. That'll bring up center fielder number 37, Danny Langhurst for the Capitals. The right-hander is in the box, waiting on the pitch from Mitchell. Shows bunt. Picked up by Yoakum at catcher, throws over the first to Noah Lawrence for out number 2. Perfectly executed by our catcher and first baseman. Brings up number 16, Terrell Joyce. Mitchell has his pitch. Now that Joyce is set. Outside, ball 1. One zero is swung on, hit, but playable for a right fielder, Yoakum, who gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Ends the top of the third. Going into the bottom of the third, Storm down just 2-0. Going into the bottom of the third, Storm down just 2-0. As Solbach is on the mound, getting his warm-up tosses in. The Europa Championship will be this September, but games will be starting here in, I want to say, in August for some lead-up games to the championship. And that's the reason why we have a shortened inaugural DBL season. But that brings us to the bottom of the third. Storm will send up Oliver Yoakum. Patrick Mitchell and Petey Kiefer, 1, 2, 3 for this half inning. Our right fielder is in the box, and the first pitch to Yoakum catches zone, called strike one. Delayed, called strike two. Makes it an 0-2 count on Yoakum. Tapper to first. Solbach's able to run over, take the toss from his first baseman for out number one to start us off here in the bottom of the third inning. That will bring up our pitcher, Patrick Mitchell. First pitch to Mitchell, inside, ball one. On deck is Petey Kiefer. The 1-0, high and inside, even more inside. Almost got Mitchell's elbow. 2 balls, no strike count now. Solbach's 2-0. Oh, that looked a little bit high and inside as well, but it's called strike one. Makes it a 2-1 count now on our pitcher. Next pitch low and outside. 3-1 count. Late called strike two makes it a full count on our Irish pitcher. And that is called strike three looking, makes it 2 outs, brings up Petey Kiefer. Our left-handed shortstop getting in the batter's box now. First pitch to Kiefer, fouled back to the backstop. Strike one. Next pitch inside, but swung on. Strike two. Kiefer's able to get on base. It will be Phil Meyer, who's on deck right now. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike three. That ends the inning for Storm. Now we'll go into the top of the fourth. Storm down 2-0. Going into top of the fourth, Capitals leading 2-0 against the Hünstetten Storm. Patrick Mitchell back on the mound, getting his warm-up tosses. It will be Christian Byers, Daniel Sanchez, and Marcus Solbach, 1, 2, 3 for the top of the fourth inning. Some lovely weather this afternoon. I want to say it's about 24 degrees Celsius here at the start of the game. I don't think it's going to be that much warmer. Beautiful baseball weather. Unfortunately, we're only playing one game. It's not a doubleheader. Game 2 will be in Bonn tomorrow. First pitch in Bonn tomorrow for the second game of this Split City Series will be 2 o'clock. Now stepping into the right-handed batter's box to lead off this top of the 4th inning, number 19, Christian Byers. And Mitchell's first pitch swung on and chopped to Petey Kiefer at short, throws over. 1 pitch, 1 out, start the 4th inning. Nicely done. That brings up the bat the second baseman, number 8, Daniel Sanchez. Now the right-hander is stepping into the batter's box as Patrick Mitchell steps off the rubber to readjust. Now he's back on the rubber, looks in, has a sign he has come set. First pitch, doesn't catch top of the zone, just missed for called ball 1. The 1-0 to Sanchez, swung on, hit high but foul and out of play into the wheat field. Strike 1. I do see a kid trying to go onto the wheat field, look for it. The 1-1 pitch swung on and hit. Foul down the first base line into the wheat field as well. When the farmer who owns the field here does his harvesting, he might be finding several baseballs from this season. The 1-2 to Sanchez. Doesn't catch zone, ball 2. Mitchell was trying to get Sanchez to go after that, but Sanchez didn't move his bat at all. Mitchell's 2-2 pitch. Low and outside. Makes it a full count. New ball has been issued by a home plate umpire. Thrown to Patrick Mitchell, who's now back on the rubber after getting a little rosin. Now his 3-2 pitch. Catches that corner for a called strike 3. Sanchez shaking his head. He's not happy with that call. But it is out number 2. We have a pinch hitter as Solbach is not going to hit for himself. It is now number 15, Daniel Lamb-Hunt. First pitch to Lamb-Hunt is a ball. Next pitch high, ball 2. Two-0 swung, out of play, foul, strike 1. Now the 2-1 to Lamb-Hunt. High, ball 3. Lamb Hunt gets on base. It will be Rosenthal who's on deck. And ball 4 issued. Apparently that woke up the Capital fans who are watching here at Dickman Field. Lamb Hunt with a 2-out walk brings up number 33, Joseph Rosenthal. Capital skipper giving signs. Now Rosenthal in the batter's box. Quick look over at Lamb Hunt at first. Ball is bunted, but it is perfectly executed as it died before it got to the third baseman. 2-out bunt is successful. It'll bring the catcher, Eric Kuntz, up to bat now. 2 out and 2 on. Kuntz batting with 2 out and 2 on. First pitch from Mitchell swung on and just over the press box here. I instinctively had a duck, even though I know the ball was not going to come into the window, but still. Mitchell's 0-1. Catch a zone, called strike 2. Runner is not being held on. The 0-2 pitch outside. Ball 1. Mitchell with a long look in. Shakes yes for the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Sky deep. Playable. And caught by Ian Hardman for out number 3. Capitals put a little excitement with 2 outs by putting 2 on, but they don't go anywhere. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning, Storm down by 2. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning, it will be Phil Meyer leading us off. It'll be Phil Meyer, Noah Lawrence, and Ian Hardman, 1, 2, 3 for the Storm. Meyer struck out in his first at bat. First pitch he sees of this inning, swung on, fouled. Strike 1. Meyer getting second base duties today. He is our multi-tool. Next pitch outside, ball 1. I do believe Meyer can play every position. Next pitch swung and missed. 1-2 count now on our second baseman. One-two pitch, just a little too outside, cannot get the call. It is 2-2 now on our second baseman. But Meyer swings at a good pitch to swing at, but does not put wood on ball. It is a swinging strikeout to start the bottom of the 4th inning. That does bring up our first baseman, number 66, Noah Lawrence. First pitch to Lawrence is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Catcher is set up a little bit outside. Pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Now the 0-2. Swung and a miss at a high heater. Quick 1-2-3. Brings up Ian Hardman. Hardman batting now with 2 outs. Hardman able to make it on base. It will be Rogelio Maldonado who's in the on-deck circle. Hardman shows bunt, but pulls his bat back just at the last second and not fast enough. Home plate umpire rules it is a strike. Next pitch doesn't break zone. Don't look like a good pitch to me, but it is a 1-2. It's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ian Hardman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hardman steps out just to recompose himself. 1-2. Catches zone for another strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, and once again takes us to the top of the 5th. Storm down by 2. Going into the top of the 5th, Storm down 2-0 to the Bonn Capitals. It will be Lewis Martin, Eric Brink, and Danny Langhurst. 1-2-3 for the Capitals this half inning. Patrick Mitchell has his warm-up tosses in. And leading off here in the top of the 5th inning for the Bonn Capitals is number 3, the left fielder, Lewis Martin. Martin in the batter's box. And Mitchell's first pitch of the 5th inning. Swung on and driven into shallow center for a leadoff single. That leadoff single will bring up number 30, the shortstop, Eric Brink. Brink batting now with a teammate at first and no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Martin with not much of a leadoff. Bunt shown, but pulls the bat back on an inside pitch. Ball 1. Martin taking his lead. Throw over and got him. Nice pickoff move by Patrick Mitchell. Nice tag applied by Noah Lawrence. Erases the base runner. Ed Brink now batting with 1 out. Base is empty. And 1 ball. Mitchell's pitch. Swung on and hit to Petey Kiefer at short. Fires over. Lawrence with a stretch. Out number 2 is recorded. Brings up number 37, Denny Langhurst. The right-handed center fielder will be batting with 2 outs. Base is empty. Langhurst now stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Mitchell with a long look in has the pitch he wants. Oh, skipped in the dirt. Ball 1. Take the break to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those of you who I do see the chat is active now. Thank you for the greetings. Mitchell's 1-0 pitch. Doesn't catch, top of the zone, 2-0. Langhurst able to get on base. It will be number 16, Terrell Joyce, who's on deck. And it looks like a ball has finally been retrieved from the wheat field. The 2-0 pitch is a called strike. Now it is 2-1 count on the center fielder. So no children have been lost in the wheat field. Not yet, anyway. Mitchell's 2-1. Swung on, skied high, playable for Noah Lawrence, but runs out of room as he catches the fence. Ball is actually caught by Marcel Guiraud for the Bonn Capitals, who's in the bullpen. Makes it a 2-2 count on Langhurst. Mitchell's 2-2. In there, beautiful curveball. Gets him looking. Called strike 3 to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Takes us to the bottom of the 5th. Storm down just 2-0. As we go into the bottom of the 5th inning, Solbach is still pitching, though I do see Guiraud is in the bullpen, but he's just doing, looks like personal warm-up. It will be Maldonado, Yosmi Fernandez, and Douglas Yoakum, 1, 2, 3 for Storm in this half inning. So good afternoon, Andre. I see you in chat. Maldonado is in the batter's box and is ready. First pitch he sees of this fifth inning in there for a called strike. Maldonado swings at the 0-1, makes it 0-2. Ball was a little bit low and outside. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a quick out number 1. Brings up our third baseman, left-handed Yusmi Fernandez. As Fernandez walking to the left-handed batter's box. Douglas Yoakum is on deck. And Fernandez tries to bunt, but does not get the ball on bat. Strike 1. Not a bad idea. Capitals have done it once already. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bit of high heat. Just couldn't catch up to it. Now Fernandez is ready. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Stays alive in the at-bat. Whoa! Solbach's 0-2 pitch bounced completely away from everyone. Ball 1. Waited for a moment. Couldn't tell if it actually hit the catcher or hit Fernandez, but ball skipped away. The 1-2 pitch outside. Now it's 2-2. As balls are being retrieved, seeing some Capital fans here with the Capital City Connect jerseys on. I do actually like the look of these. Makes me want to know what a Hünstetten City Connect jersey would look like. Now the 2-2 count to our third baseman. Swung on and chopped. Slow roller, and the shortstop boots the ball. Safe call at first as the ball is not fielded cleanly. Brings up the bat our catcher, Douglas Yoakum. Fernandez on base with that error from the shortstop. Yoakum swinging a chopper. Oh! Fernandez out at second, even though the second baseman, the ball was, I don't think it was ever actually in his glove. Infield umpire rules that the ball came out on the transfer. It is a fielder's choice. Puts Yoakum at first with 2 outs. Brings up the bat number 26, our right fielder, Oliver Yoakum. Oliver batting with his brother Douglas at first and 2 outs. First pitch swing and a miss. Strike 1. Not so sure that the infield umpire saw the ball correctly, but I'm not going to second guess him. Next pitch out inside, ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count now with 2 outs and a runner at first. Low, ball 2. On deck is Patrick Mitchell. And Solbach wanted a new ball after having the ball thrown back at him from the catcher. Didn't like how it felt, I guess. Has his new ball. Now the 2-1 count. Fouled back into the wheat field. Oliver Yoakum now with a 2-2 count with his brother, number 22, on first base. Catcher set up low. Swung and missed. Strike 3 ends the inning. Going into the top of the 6th inning, Bonn Capitals 2, Hünstetten STORM nothing. As we go into the top of the 6th inning, Capitals leading by 2. Patrick Mitchell still on the bump, has his warm-up tosses in. Mitchell sitting on just 58 pitches. He'll be facing Terrell Joyce, Christian Byers, and Daniel Sanchez. First pitch of the 6th inning, little 2 inside, ball 1 to Joyce. Mitchell's 1-0 pitch, even more inside, ball 2. Oh, Mitchell's 2-2 is low and outside, ball 3. As Byers has collected the errant ball. Let's see if Joyce has a green light on 3-0. Does not swing, but it is in zone, called strike 1. Mitchell has come set, the 3-1 pitch. High for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk here. Starting the 6th inning, brings up the bat the first baseman, number 16, Terrell Joyce. Byers batting with a teammate at first, no outs. Is ready in the batter's box. First pitch from Mitchell. Fastball in there, called strike one. Joyce not taking too much of a lead off of first on that pitch. Next pitch chopped. Just past third baseman into left field for a single. Puts two on, no out. Now for Daniel Sanchez. Sanchez getting a at bat now with no outs and two on. Lays down bunt. Home plate umpire has ruled it as a foul ball. Ball, as it bounced off the ground, hit Sanchez's elbow as he was leaving the box. Dead ball. Capital skipper is out to talk to home plate umpire. He's not in agreement with that call. As the rule is, a batter is not allowed to interfere with the ball, even if it is accidental. So it's a dead ball, as he touched the ball before it went fair. Makes it 0-1 with two on. On deck is Daniel Lamhunt. Bunt again, but fouled now. Back to the backstop. 0-2 is the count on the second baseman from the Bonn Capitals. Mitchell's 0-2, swung on, popped high on the infield. Phil Meyer calls it, catches it for out number one. Infield fly called. Runners don't move. Now with one out, two on, brings up number 15, the DH, Daniel Lamhunt. Well, the DH is finally in the right-handed batter's box, as Patrick Mitchell has a long look in, has a sign that he wants. First pitch skipped to the backstop. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. Skipped right in front of home plate, unable to be fielded cleanly by Douglas Yoakum as the ball skipped a little too high. 1 ball, no strike count with runners in scoring position for the designated hitter. Ball misses low and outside, ball 2. Patrick Mitchell with a long look in, but has his sign. Comes set. 2-0 pitch. Swung on foul down the first base line and out of play into the wheat field. deep out there. 2-1 count. On deck is Joseph Rosenthal. 2-1 pitch misses inside, ball 3. So it's now a 3-1 count on the designated hitter from the Capitals. Swung on a hit, driven up the middle. 1 run is across, 2 runs across. So it is a 1-out, 2 RBI single by the designated hitter for the Capitals. Makes it 4-0. After that 2 RBI single brings up number 33, the right fielder, Joseph Rosenthal. Rosenthal batting with 1 out, runner at first. Might be some action in the Capitals bullpen. I see both pitcher and catcher out there now. First pitch to Rosenthal. Catches zone, called strike 1. Catcher Eric Kunze is on deck. Well, Mitchell steps off, recomposes himself, looks back in. Check at the runner at first, who's not off the bag too far, but throw over. See if they can catch him sleeping. No, ball gets away from Yoakum. Sends Lamhunt to second. I do see a little action happening in Storm bullpen. It is a 1-ball, 1-strike count to the right fielder, Rosenthal. Now with a runner at second and not at first. Mitchell with his long look in has the sign he wants. Outside, ball 2. Yoakum setting low. Check the runner at second. Foul back to the net, makes it 2-2. Now Rosenthal with a little step out and recompose himself. Waits on the 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3, though Rosenthal did lift his elbow trying to get hit by that pitch. Do anything you can to get on base, continue the inning, but intentionally stepping into the path of the ball, the umpire won't like that. Swung on, foul behind the Capitals dugout. Still 3 balls, 2 strike, full count on the right fielder. And looks like the ball's been retrieved by a young one. High, walked him. Now with 1 out, 2 on, brings up the catcher, number 56, Eric Kunze. Right-handed catcher is in the box, waiting on the pitch from Mitchell. Yoakum sets up low center. Mitchell doesn't get the call on the inside. Ball 1. Runners are not being held on. Sounds like the wind is picking up. Ball 2 on the pitch. Throw down to first. Not in time to get the runner. Ball. So it's 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. To the catcher, Kunze. Catches zone for called strike. Catch the low outside corner of the strike zone. 2-1 says the umpire. Mitchell's come set. High, ball 3. Petey Kiefer at short tried to get a throw to second as Lamphunt was well off of the bag, but Mitchell did not throw over. Three-one pitch in the dirt. Walked him. Walked, bases loaded. Brings out the bat the left fielder, number 3, Lewis Martin. Lewis Martin batting with bases loaded, which means there is a force play at every base. But that'll bring Lionel Chatham, the manager of the Storm, out to talk to his pitcher. Infield conference at the mound. Looks like Sebastian Morales has been warming up in the Storm bullpen. Let's see if Mitchell will be taken out or if this is just discussing strategy with bases loaded and 1 out. As Morales has just started throwing. So after the pep talk and brief instruction to the infield, Chatham is walking back to the dugout. Storm back in their positions. Mitchell has the ball back on the rubber. Now with 1 out, bases loaded. Up to bat, the right-handed left fielder, Lewis Martin. First pitch he sees is skipped. And the runner at third comes across. Makes it 5-0 Bonn Capitals. Wild pitch. Advances the runners. And that'll do it for Pat Mitchell. Mitchell, 85 pitches on the afternoon. 5 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 4 walks. He's going to be replaced by number 12, Sebastian Morales. With the pitching change, Morales will get his warm-up tosses. That gives the Storm skipper an opportunity to give further instruction to the infield. Talking to the home plate umpire now, make sure he understands the changes going on. As of now, it's just a change on the mound. No defensive changes yet. I'll let you know if there is any other changes. Morales is getting the allotted time for warm-up tosses as he does that. Welcome you all again. Thank you for joining us here live on our YouTube channel. As required, almost required by YouTube, please like and subscribe to Hünstetten STORM Baseball if you feel so interested. Well, the warm-up tosses are being thrown. Looking over at the Schuler Field, the Pony Field, Little League Field, whatever you want to call it. I do see some kids starting their own game with some bigger kids. Looks like some dads are doing some batting practice, pitching practice with some little ones. Always good to see youngsters starting off with their love of the game. So home plate umpire is signaling play. Here's Louis Martin. First pitch to Martin. High, ball one. Excuse me, that was ball two. Swing and a miss at the next pitch makes it a 2-1 count. I forgot that the first ball was the wild pitch, which brought the runner in from home, from third. The 2-1's inside, ball three. On deck is Eric Brink. Three-one pitch, chopped down the third base line, foul. Full count now on the left fielder from the Capitals. Morales stepped off the rubber, back on there, has a sign. It's come set now, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, bullet up the middle. One run is across. It is an one-out RBI single for the left fielder. Brings up the bat, number 30, the shortstop, Eric Brink. It's now 6-0 Capitals. Morales' first pitch to Brink, inside for a ball. But the next pitch catches zone for a called strike one. Runners are not advancing far off their respective bags. 1-1 pitch outside makes it 2-1. Runner going in the dirt. Ball three, no throw to second. Now 3 balls, 1 strike and 1 out. Runners in scoring position for the shortstop. Swung on, skied high, but stays on the infield. Phil Meyer squeezes it for out number 2. Now batting with 2 outs, runners at second and third, is the center fielder, number 37, Danny Langhurst. The right-handed shortstop in the batter's box. First pitch he sees from Morales in there, called strike. I see some four-legged fans in attendance today's ball game. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Lanker is able to get on base. Terrell Joyce is on deck. Swung on, driven to left field, and past the left fielder all the way to the fence. One run is across. 2 runs across. Oh, only 1 runs across, sorry. It is a 2-out RBI double for Lankhurst. 7-0 now for the Bonn Capitals. Brings up the bat Terrell Joyce. Joyce is up to bat with a runner at second. First pitch he sees. Swung on, hit, and at the base of the wall, right field, runner from second comes across. It is another 2 RBI. It is another RBI double, 2-out RBI double for the Capitals. Makes it 8-0 Capitals. They have really broken the game right now with a large crooked number here in the 6th inning. 2 outs, runner at second. Brings up Christian Byers. First pitch is low, ball 1. Next pitch low and inside, ball 2. Quick look back at second. Ball 3 as the ball is low and outside. On deck is the second baseman, Sanchez. Morales has come set. His 3-0 pitch. Swung on directly to the third baseman, who looks back the runner at second, but fires over to first for out number 3. The inning has finally come to an end, but a big crooked number has been put up on the board. 7 runs for the Capitals this inning. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Capitals 9, Hünstetten STORM nothing. A lot of work to do for the Storm. But going into the bottom of the 2nd, bottom of the 6th, game is not over yet. Uh-uh. It is a new pitcher for the Capitals, number 47, Marcel Garrod, left-hander, be facing our pitcher, number 12, Sebastian Morales. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1 to Morales. Garrod was warming up earlier. Next pitch way high and outside, ball 2. Garrod has come set. His 2-0 pitch catches that outside zone. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike. Home plate umpire has been very consistent with that outside strike zone for both teams. Great to see. Swung and missed for strike 2. On deck is Petey Kiefer. Now the 2-2. Whoa, rung him up. Somehow caught the inside zone, but Morales danced out of the way of that one. Strikeout looking to start us off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That will bring up our left-handed shortstop, number 18, Petey Kiefer. Lefty versus lefty now. On deck is Phil Meyer. First pitch in there called strike. Garrod has come set. His 0-1 pitch to Kiefer. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a foul down the third base line. At a low pitch. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes to our shortstop. One-two pitch swung on and hit. And caught by a running center fielder for out number 2. Looked like it was going to fall in between the triangle of left, center, and short. But center fielder made a long run in to get the ball. Now with 2 outs brings up our second baseman, number 31, Phil Meyer. First pitch of Meyer in there, called strike. Does seem like the wind is picking up. Looks like it's coming in from left. Meyer swings and misses at a ball low in the zone. Quickly 0-2. Now the 0-2 to Meyer. Low, ball 1. Meyer's able to get on base. It is Noah Lawrence on deck. Catcher sets up low and inside. Meyer swings, slow roller to short, but short's able to throw it over in time for out number 3. That does it for the 6th inning. Going into the top of the 7th, Bonn Capitals 9, Hünstetten STORM nothing. Now, as we're going into the top of the 7th, Morales will get his warm-up tosses in. Want to remind you, this is the sorry about that. A little interference going on here in the press box. I wanted to remind you that this is the last home game of the inaugural DBL season for the Hünstetten STORM. Tomorrow they will be traveling to Bonn for the last game of the season for Hünstetten. First pitch tomorrow in Bonn is at 2 o'clock. So it looks like there are some changes happening. I see the skipper for the Capitals talking to home plate umpire, and once I get those changes, I will let you know. But as it is, Morales is taking his warm-up tosses. We do have a new batter coming in. It is number 9, Sasha Koch, coming in. Sasha Koch in right-handed batter's box. First pitch he sees. Swung on directly to the third baseman. Throws over for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good to see. That brings up number 15, designated hitter, Daniel Lamhunt. First pitch at Lamhunt is a ball. Lamhunt back in the box. The 1-0 doesn't catch that outside zone. 2-0. On deck is Joseph Rosenthal. To a pitch, swung on and hit down the first base side, but out of play. Two balls, one strike, one out here to start the 7th inning. Oh, the 2-1 pitch doesn't catch the top of the zone. Now it's 3-1. Just a bit high, but doesn't get the call. The 3-1 pitch almost hits him for ball 4. So it's 1 out, 1 on, brings up the bat number 33, Joseph Rosenthal. More discussions going on between the Bonn Capitals and home plate umpire. We have a pinch runner. Simon Gross is pinch running for Lamb Hunt. Lamb Hunt pulled for a pinch runner. At first, it is Simon Gross. Simon Gross at first, one out. First pitch, Rosenthal low and outside, ball one. On deck is the catcher, Eric Kunze. Morales' next pitch, low and inside, ball two. Runner not going, ball low and inside, ball three. Quickly is a 3-ball, no strike count with one out here to the right fielder from the Bonn Capitals. Morales having a hard time finding that strike zone. Home plate umpire says he found it finally. 3 balls, 1 strike count now to Rosenthal. Three-one pitch popped up on third base side, but out of play as it sends young man scrambling for that foul ball. Now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Morales looks in, has a sign. Tapper, shortstop takes it himself, throws over to complete the double play. So that ends the inning. Petey Kiefer scoops, steps on second, throws over to first to complete the double play, ends the inning. Takes us to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch. It is 7th inning stretch time as the Take Me Out the Ball game is being played here over the PA system. As the Take Me Out the Ball game being played here over the stadium PA system, gives me another opportunity to say welcome and thank you for joining us this season, as it has been very nice to play and to give play-by-play. So it looks like Marcel Gard still in the mound for the Capitals. He will face Noah Lawrence, Ian Hardman, and Rogelio Maldonado unless there's any changes. There is a new second baseman for the Capitals. Looks like there's been some shifting around. Once we figure out what's going on, we'll let you know. When position changes are not called up by the umpire or from the dugouts, it's kind of difficult for us to see what's going on. So warm-up has been completed. Noah Lawrence is stepping into the right-handed batter's box. And Marcel Gerard is stepping on the rubber. First pitch at the bottom of the 7th inning. Skipped up in there, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2. Thank you for the note. I appreciate that in the chat. 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Gerard not able to find the strike zone. On deck is Rogelio Maldonado. No, excuse me, sorry. It's Ian Hardman on deck. It is a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. Noah Lawrence brings up to bat Ian Hardman. Chance to bat with a runner at first and no outs. Ian Hardman stepping into the right-handed batter's box with Noah Lawrence at first, no outs. And see if he can break open the seal on the run totals for the Storm. First pitch inside, ball 1. Rogelio Maldonado is on deck. The 1-0 from Gerard. Swing and a miss at a ball that was high and outside. 1-1. I see Mr. Dickman himself, Bill Dickman, walking around talking to those in attendance. The 1-1 pitch catches that outside zone. It's been there all day. Quickly, it is a 1-2 count on Ian Hardman. Time called by Hardman. Steps out of the batter's box. Play called by home plate umpire. The 1-2 pitch to Hardman. Inside, ball 2. Looks like some additional action in the Capitals bullpen. Can't tell who the pitcher is. Now I can. Number 4. Hardman hits into a 4-6-3 double play. Unfortunate. Erases the leadoff walk. Now with 2 outs brings up Rogelio Maldonado. Maldonado now batting with bases loaded and 2 outs. Maldonado is able to get on base. It will be Yusmi Fernandez who's in the on-deck circle. Guard has come set. Catcher dead straight middle. Ball is high. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Ball that was outside. 1-1 count. Maldonado able to get bat on ball, but tracked down. Caught by the first baseman for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down takes us to the top of the 8th inning. Storm down 9-0. As we're going into the top of the 8th, Storm down 9-0. Morales still on the bump. Game has gone by quite quickly, all things considered. Capitals will send up Erik Kunze, Lewis Martin, and Erik Brink. Erik Brinke, excuse me for that. As warm-up tosses are finished, Kunze is in the batter's box, about to start off the visitors' half of the 8th inning. Morales' pitch, swung on and hit, skied high, playable for center fielder, but caught as he was called off by the second baseman for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good way to start things off here. Brings up to bat number 3, Lewis Martin. Martin now in the batter's box. First pitch he sees, catches inside for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, a little too high and inside, ball 1. It is a 1-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out. One pitch, skied high, but out of play. One ball, 2-strike count now to Lewis Martin. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Swung on, skied high, but playable now for third baseman Yusmi Hernandez, who gets under it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, brings up to bat number 30, shortstop Erik Brinke. Erik Brink up to bat with 2 outs. First pitch he sees of the top of the 8th inning in there, called strike. Morales' struggle finding the strike zone from the previous inning have been erased as he's been painting those edges, called strike 2. Morales' 0-2 pitch on its way. Just a bit outside for ball 1. Ball went to the backstop. Might have caught the tip of Douglas Yoakum's catcher's mitt. 1 ball, 2-strike count to Brink. Swings at next pitch. Inside out swing, but the ball goes out of play. Keeps the at-bat alive. Home plate umpire signaling he needs more balls. Once again, the 1-2. Swung on, hit directly over the press box. Keeps the at-bat still alive. In 2 seasons, play calling, only once has the ball actually even come close to hitting the window here at the press box. I really don't want that to happen. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Fielded by third baseman. Throws over for out number 3. Finally a 3 up, 3 down. Another 3 up, 3 down. Brings us to the bottom of the 8th inning. Capitals 9. Storm needs runs. As we go into the bottom of the 8th inning, Sweet Caroline playing on the loudspeaker here. It will be Yusmi Fernandez, Douglas Yoakum, and Oliver Yoakum, the 1-2-3 for the Storm this half inning. There is a new pitcher on the mound. I believe it is number 4. Jacob Salk is in relief. No call made from home plate or from the Capital dugout, but he was warming up previously. Speaking of, I do see another pitcher, Tom Adler, number 55, is warming up in the bullpen as well. Jakob Salk will be facing Fernandez, Yoakum, and Yoakum for this bottom of the 8th inning. Storm need hits. Storm need runs. Warm-up tosses are over. Brings up the bat our left-handed third baseman, Yusmi Fernandez. Fernandez is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch he sees, fouled. Just misses hitting the speakers here in the press box. Strike 1. The 0-1 doesn't get called on the outside. That was a nice pitch, I will have to admit. 1-1 count. Thank you, Andre. I do plan on coming back. Swung on, hit to the net. 1-2 count now on Fernandez. Fernandez puts it out into play, but caught by the shortstop as it hung up in the air a little too long for out number 1. Brings up the bat, number 22, our catcher, Douglas Yoakum. Yoakum batting with 1 out now here in the bottom of the 8th inning. On deck is his brother, Oliver Yoakum. First pitch, Tapper at home, foul ball, strike 1. Doesn't catch zone, ball 1. Once again, I'll have to say that actually looked like a good pitch in zone, but apparently just outside. That one was low and in the dirt, ball 2. The 2-1 to Yoakum. Skipped up then there. Low, ball 3. Yoakum with that 3-1 count, 1 out. See if he gets something to hit. Does. Swung on and hit, but unfortunately to the left fielder for out number 2. That does bring up his brother, Oliver Yoakum. Oliver batting with 2 outs. If he's able to get on base, it will bring up Sebastian Morales, unless there is a... Nope, I see Morales going out there to the on-deck circle. First pitch to Oliver Yoakum is high, ball 1. Swung on and fouled, back to the backstop, strike 1. Ball has been retrieved by Morales. One to Yoakum does catch it outside, so it is now a 1-ball, 2-strike count to our right fielder. Does not swing. Home plate umpire does ask the infield umpire at first if Yoakum swung. He said nope, did not go around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul to the back. Keeps the at-bat alive. I know a proud grandmother in the chat when I see one. Thank you, Miss Julie. 2-2 skipped up in there. It is a full count now for Oliver Yoakum with 2 outs. Ollie has stepped back in the batter's box. Full count. Pitch on the way. Swung on, skied high. But unfortunately, the wind kept it from going anywhere. Caught by the left fielder for out number 3. That ends the 8th inning for Storm. Going into the top of the 9th, Storm down 9-0. As we go into the top of the 9th inning, defensive changes for Storm. Phil Meyer has been replaced with rookie call-up, Loudon Sonnenschein. It is his debut with the DBL. Local boy Loudon Sonnenschein getting the call-up during the week. He's now in at second for Phil Meyer. Morales' first pitch of the top of the ninth, low and inside, ball 1. Second pitch swung on, fouled, strike 1. It is Danny Langhurst, Terrell Joyce, and Christian Byers, the 1, 2, 3 for Capitals this half inning. Morales is 1-1 on its way. Outside, ball 2. Two-one pitch, golfed, foul down third base line. Strike 2. Morales has a fresh ball as I see Phil Meyer running down third base line to collect the foul ball. Two-two to Langhurst. Swung on, miss, strikeout. Start this top of the ninth inning. Brings up Terrell Joyce. Right-handed the right-handed first baseman. Right-handed first baseman in the box. First pitch he sees is low and outside for a ball. Joyce is 2 for 3 on the afternoon with 2 RBIs and 2 runs himself. Swing and a miss, makes it a 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on and rocketed down third base line. Foul. Makes it a 1-2 count. Time has been called by the third base umpire as Phil Meyer has to go run and collect that foul ball as well. And Phil has leaped over the fence. Now the 1-2 pitch in the dirt makes it 2-2. The 2-2 to Joyce. Golfed just over leaping Petey Kiefer for a 1-out single. And that golf shot brings up the bat a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter number 66, Alex Strauss, now in the game. Strauss in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch he sees, swung on and missed. Strike 1. The 0-1 doesn't catch zone, so it is now a 1-ball, 1-strike count to the pinch hitter. High and inside, ball 2. Swing and a miss. Makes it a 2-2 count. Two-two to Strauss on its way Oh, doesn't get the call. Makes that a full count now on the pinch hitter. On deck is Byers. Swing and a miss. Strike. 3 makes it out number 2. Brings up the bat. Now, the third baseman, number 19, Christian Byers. No. Sorry, excuse me. This number 9, Sasha Koch. 19 and 9 look very similar when you only see half the jersey. Inside, ball 1 from Morales. Hit by a pitch. Koch is hit by that pitch, so that's the hard way to get on base. Brings up the bat, number 25. Number 17, Simon Gross. Oh, I'm sorry, number 14, pinch hitting for Gross. Noah Lint, who's normally a pitcher, is in with pinch hitting duties. Now that it's been recorded by home plate umpire, play has been called. Runners at first and second. First pitch swung on just out of a stretching Petey Kiefer. With 2 outs, bases are now loaded for Joseph Rosenthal. Looks like there will be a pinch runner. Robert Rickert Koch. Looks like he's the pinch runner at first. So Koch is replacing Lint at first as a runner. Home plate umpire has made his own adjustments to his little notebook as we make ours here in the press box. Morales' first pitch, low and outside, ball 1 to Rosenthal. Make that 2-0 as the ball is low and skipped up in there from Morales. Two-0 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Yoakum set up low and inside. 2-1 pitch. Little high, ball 3. Nowhere to put him. Morales' 3-1 pitch. Walked him. RBI walk. Rosenthal brings up the bat the catcher, Eric Kunze. It is now 10-0 Bonn Capitals. Kunze batting with 2 outs and bases loaded, still loaded. Morales has a sign. Swing and a miss, strike one. Kunsa looked like he was going to be swinging no matter what the pitch was. Has an opportunity to break open his 0 for 3. Ball skipped up in there, wild pitch, brings the runner across, makes it 11-0 Capitals. Now no longer bases loaded. So with that wild pitch, that he races the force at every base. But it is still 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. It's 1-1 count to Kunsa. With a rocket shot to center field, it is a 2 RBI single, a 2 out, 2 RBI single from Kunsa. So wild pitch doesn't matter. It's still, bases are cleared for Kunsa. That brings up the bat left fielder Lewis Martin, batting with 2 outs and now a runner at first. Martin's pitch, swung on, fouled. Back into the wheat field, strike one. It's now 13-0 Capitals. The 0-1. Swung on, skied high. Playable. And out as it squeezed by Oliver Yoakum for out number 3. But damage is done. 4 Capitals have come across, increasing their lead. Now going into the bottom of the 9th inning, Bonn Capitals 13, Hünstetten STORM nothing. As we go into the bottom of the 9th inning, Capitals are going to use every pitcher they brought since they did have everyone on roster with them today, apparently. New pitcher is right-hander number 55, Tom Adler. Adler's getting his warm-up tosses. Don't know if there's any other defensive changes. If there are any other defensive changes, we will bring those to you. It will be Sebastian Morales, Petey Kiefer, and Loudon Sonnenschein. That'll be the 1-2-3. Alex Strauss stays in the game at second base. That's the only change that I can tell so far. Looks like warm-up tosses are just about over. I can't see any other defensive changes for the Capitals. That big right-hander Adler is ready. Like I said, he'll face Sebastian Morales, Petey Kiefer, and Loudon Sonnenschein. Home plate umpire has called play. First pitch. Skipped up in there. Ball 1. The ball has been thrown out of play. A fresh ball has been thrown to Adler, who promptly drops the ball. It is a 1-ball, no strike count to Morales. Oh, doesn't catch the zone. Looked good to me. I'll take it. 2-0 on Morales. Catch the zone that time. It is a 2 balls, 1 strike count on the Storm pitcher. Doesn't catch the zone. That was the same place for ball 2 as it is for ball 3. Three-one pitch doesn't catch zone. It is a leadoff walk for the start, the bottom of the 9th for Storm. That'll bring up the bat our shortstop, Petey Kiefer. First pitch, Kiefer in there, called strike. On deck is Lau and Sunshine. The 0-1 doesn't catch zone. 1-1 on Petey Kiefer. Kiefer swings and fouls that one out of play. 1-2 count now. Fouled back to the screen, keeps the at-bat alive. Adler has a sign. Pitch is outside. Two-two count to the shortstop. Outside, ball 3. Keeper's worked a full count now. No outs, runner at first. Let's see what he does here. Takes ball 4, so it's back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the 9th inning for Storm. It brings up the bat. His first at bat in the DBL, Lau and Sunshine. Right-hander's in the batter's box. First pitch he sees. Shows bunt. Pulls it back just in time. Ball 1. Catcher set up right down the middle. Shows bunt again. Ball is now inside. He has to duck out of the way of that one. Ball 2. Shows bunt again. Not in zone. Ball 3. On deck is Noah Lawrence. The 3-0 to Sunshine. Deep inside. Just jumps out of the way of that one. It is another walk. 3 batters, 3 walks leads to a bases loaded situation here in the bottom of the 9th. Noah Lawrence is the next batter, but there is a mound conference at the moment. Capital skipper wants to actually calm down Adler. Adler is known for a lot of walks. In a situation like this, when you're up 13 runs in the bottom of the 9th, I can understand the Bonn Capitals not wanting to give up any runs, but I'll take the runners. Coming up to bat, our first baseman, number 66, Noah Lawrence. First pitch he sees, swung on, slow dribbler to short, flips to second for one, and it's an out call at first. That is a bad call. My apologies, but that is a bad call. First baseman was off the bag when he caught the ball, and runner had stepped on bag before. But scoreless game has been broken. It is 13-1. Up to bat is a pinch hitter. Jake Liberta be pinch hitting for Ian Hardman. Lefty ready and waiting. First pitch he sees, catches the outside zone, called strike one. 2 outs, runner at third for Liberta. It's now a 1-1 count. I do know that Jake Liberta's mother and grandparents are in attendance for his chopper up the middle. It's an RBI single for Jake Liberta. So it is a 2-out RBI single, makes it 13-2. Brings up the bat Rogelio Maldonado. Maldonado batting with a runner on, 2 outs. First pitch is high, ball one. Liberta takes his lead off first. Next pitch bounced to the pitcher, who underhand tosses to first for the final out of the game. That'll do it. That brings an end to the 2025 season here in Hünstetten. Final, Bonn Capitals 13, Hünstetten Storm 2. That's the end of the 2025 season here at home. Tomorrow is final game of the season for Storm in Bonn. Tomorrow, first pitch, 2 p.m. as these two teams look to finish out the season. Once again, final, Bonn Capitals 13, Hünstetten Storm 2. I've been James Passo. It has been an honor to call the home games for you this season. I look forward to calling them next season as well. So from all of us here with Storm, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye for now.